Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good
Good
morning.
morning, Matt Genius. What's up?
Yes, sir, man. Congratulations to you, sir.
Thanks, I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yes,
Saw
sir,
your
man.
comments. Appreciate that.
Oh man, that's a big accomplishment, man. I'm happy for you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. This is our first time on Instagram. I'm testing out. We're on
We on
Instagram
the
this morning.
ground.
On the
Hey,
gram.
come on now.
So we're gonna see how that goes.
I
Make
need
sure
I,
you share.
I need a tutorial from you now, man. You expanded. I like that, man.
Most definitely appreciate it. Let's see. The only thing is, so right now you cannot get the comments from the gram on the screen. So I got two different screens for the comments. So there'll be comments that you guys won't see. Good morning, Mama Corey. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Richard. So what's up, Larry? He's on the gram
Okay.
right now. So make sure you guys share. Sharing is caring. And I don't know if this will be available for replay because my account is a little funky. I don't know what's going on, but I'll say if it is on replay and you're watching this on replay, and we get cut off, click the link in the bio and it sends you to the YouTube space and you can see the whole program, the whole broadcast. All right, so real quick, it's Mental Health Wednesday. Got Thomas Cotton in the building, and as always, our resident therapist, licensed therapist, not just one on the internet, Matt, the genius, in the building.
Well done. Well done, brother.
In the building. So before we get started, right, I was watching this thing with Prince. You know, it's, of course, you passed. There's 1,000 videos that come up now. Stuff you've never seen before. Like, wow, I never seen that. And he spoke about the industry, and I think it might have been something I've seen in some variation. If you remember back, I guess it was the 90s, probably 2000, early 2000s. His beef with the industry and him getting slave written on his face. And so, the caption was predicting the future and basically saying that, record companies becoming obsolete. And I used to think that, right? So I was like, oh man, Spotify, we got Apple, we got all these streaming services I can upload directly to. I don't need a record company to do my thing anymore. But what I found out, which shouldn't be surprising, is the record company's hands are in these streaming apps.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, it was like a blow to the head when I first found that revelation. I was like, oh, makes sense. Like, because I was like, because I used to think like they didn't put up a fight. They just kind of like, yeah, y'all pay one price, get all the music that you like. Sure, do your thing. We don't need the $5.99 or $20 anymore per album. Do your thing. But now I realize they are getting paid, guys. They are still making money.
The crazy part is the artist is still getting
right now, and now they're getting less because I think they're getting less now because it's like they got backhand deals with these streaming companies, and the artist deals are just like, yeah, what you're gonna get is this amount for every stream. Think about it.
Matt, what does your music do in the streaming platforms and other things? Does it, like, how do you get on and all that other stuff?
They have several different ways to get on. They have United Masters, they have DistroKid, they have a couple others where you can just upload your music, right. And then the streaming rates are different per outlet. Let's say on Apple Music, it's a specific percentage. On Amazon, it's it's a different percentage. On Tidal, I think Tidal is one of the highest paying ones.
I've seen that. I've seen it. I was going to say that, but I was like, I could be wrong. Yeah. I didn't want to say it out loud.
Tidal is one of the highest paying ones. YouTube Red, I think is the paid subscription one. They pay okay too. But listen, man, for those who know, you definitely don't get into the streaming for revenue. You get into the streaming to then popularize yourself for the ability to then sign a major contract or get advertisement deals or sell merchandise or tour. You know, the mentality, excuse me, has to shift to where as they evolve, you have to evolve on this side as well. And then they have new platforms. One new platform that is really helping artists out to create higher streams is this platform called Even. Even EVEN, and like the name, it's basically trying to even out the odds. You know, it's trying to even out the odds where the consumers pay whatever they desire for, or you can set the price, you know, or the consumer can pay whatever they think your music or your stuff is worth. And so some people get paid at least $15, others get paid $100 something per album. That is. Wow. Some people have gotten paid as much as $500 for their tracks. And so it's, you know, it's up to the artist to take the time to do the research to find out which streaming platform is going to be the best for them. Right. Me, I got too many kids, man. I don't do a lot of research. I just
whatever's the quickest, whatever's in front of me.
Yeah, and listen, I honestly didn't get into it for the notoriety or popularity. Right. I got into it to leave a message, you know. Right. And then eventually, when the time is conducive, I could then move the music according to what I want to, you know, what platforms I want to bring it on to. And so I'm looking into Even right now. Yeah. Bandcamp is another one. Even is the one where I don't know if you guys know who La Russell is. La Russell, guy out of I think San Fran or Oakland area, where he has done amazing things. Young independent artist. Okay. Was throwing concerts in his backyard in his local community. And really took off because he utilized the strength of community to build him up. And then before you know it, now he has over 1 million followers, not generic, not the ones they pay for, you know, not the ones they pay for, but he has over 1 million followers because him and his community. And he has this expression, he says that this is a family business, meaning it's people that he knows, people that, you know, have started with him when he had only like 400 followers, 500 followers to now 1 million followers. Nice. And so forth. And he has been on Even, I think, for one of the longest. And even some major artists are now crossing over into Even to get more streams. And so it's possible. It's possible.
Right. Okay. I got you. So I guess Sam is asking multiple platforms. Can you do it yourself?
Yes, you can. Once you upload to, let's say, a DistroKid or Bandcamp or United Masters, they then send all of your music to all of the different platforms like YouTube, Amazon, Apple Music, IG, Spotify, and the rest of them. They send it all out, and then the percentage that the streaming platforms pay are now generated through that one medium. And then and then you get, you know, whatever comes from that. You know, and I heard Snoop Dogg say this. He said, man, he had over, I think, a couple million, and he got paid like 40,000. He's like, man, what is this? You know, so
if TLC,
new
edition.
If Snoop's on top and he's saying, Snoop's on top and he's saying that, then you could imagine, you know, so yeah,
it's easy. It's interesting. About the whole biz and how the money flows, and it's so crazy. So you said Even, EVEN,
yes,
Africa, and it's I don't know, and it's so crazy when you say that, like, you know, pay what you want. You know, we've become now a generation of streaming. Pay one price for everything. One price.
I remember I used to say, I'll never pay for a streaming platform. I don't care if I have to look to a couple commercials here and there.
Right.
You know, and I'm never gonna pay. Now I'm like, okay, I'm paying for this one. I'll pay for this one. You know, and then, you know, the generation we grew up in, you go pay $10 a month, you get one album. Or one whatever. Yep. And you know, now you pay $10 a month, or it's $11 most, but you know, you get finger at everything, download your music, everything, and you don't have to worry about getting viruses on your computer, downloading music and all that other stuff. So,
no worries, the viruses. Right.
Napster, remember Napster?
Yeah.
LimeWare,
all that other stuff. Now you just go and you buy into your service. And good to go.
Look at that one. I said, I'm never buying water.
Yeah. What are the things we said we'd never buy that we're buying now?
Never. I said that never.
Air's next. Crazy. Air's next, man.
You said air's next.
Air's
Get that good air. Get that good air. Come on now. You can run it.
Come on now. Listen, my hometown has the worst air quality in the nation. Wow. They should buy air there.
Where's that? Where's that?
Bakersfield, California.
Wow.
It sits at the bottom of the valley.
Let me mark that off my list.
Air comes this way.
He said, mark that off my
It produces oil in the valley, all that.
Okay.
So that Central Valley of California is some bad air quality.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So as you can see by the title, it is Mental Health Wednesday. We have Matt Genius in the building. We are getting close to the new year. So I wanted to ask him. So we're becoming more and more of a people that are rejecting the whole resolution thing because we realize you make it, you get excited about halfway through the month, you don't keep up with it, and you're just like, I guess next year, 2025, I'll get back into this. Right. So what's a way to create a resolution without it being a resolution and sticking to it?
Oh, wow. Great question, man. And it seems like we had this conversation last year.
Right.
Around the same time. We did.
Rewind.
Honestly,
refresher. You need that refresher.
Honestly, these are the things that I think we should be doing every 3 to 6 months, because you are changing. If you're aware of it, then you will notice the slight changes, and the changes aren't just in the mental and the emotional. Physically, we're changing. If you pass your 30s, you're gonna feel something. So pay attention to it and then respond accordingly. Meaning, what sensations are coming up for you when you evaluate where you are mentally, and then what sensations are coming up for you when you ask yourself, where have I been emotionally over the past 3 to 6 months, right? And then as you assess, then you can plan accordingly. Then you can start not just allowing, what life brings to you to determine how you feel or what you feel. You can start forecasting. For example, something I've been doing for the past maybe 5 years is I've been putting into the future the ideals of what I want to feel in my body, the emotions I want to experience next year, the thoughts, the plans and so forth. And then it gives me an opportunity to then work towards that without any real pressure of, making it like a resolution. This is just this is a desire. A desire for me is something that makes, that wakes me up. If it's a desire, then I think it's something that you're more aligned with. A resolution sounds like you better do this.
Right.
It sounds more harsh. So I think just knowing yourself enough, then determining what is best for your future. Like next year, what do you want to feel? Like, how do you want to live? Where do you want to go? What do you want to experience? And then if those things bring joy to you, just thinking about those things, then it will be easy for you to start creating actionable steps towards making those happen. Right. And then you could do it by quarter. January, it's still, depending on where you are. What do you want to experience for the first quarter? January, February, March, what's that going to be? You can name it the turn up. Right. And then the second quarter, April, May, June, you start to then break it down to then have an idea of what experiences, what feelings, what thoughts, what body sensation, how do you want to live?
Right.
You know, and then determine what action steps you have to take towards it. I think it's more less aggressive is what I'd say, you know, as far as I gotta go to the gym, I'm gonna be 185, you know, like right. You know, just honestly think about where you want your mind to be. How do you know? And so you can start off with the theme. Next year, the theme for me is joy is mine, right?
Okay.
So if joy is mine, what things will bring me joy? You know, when I think about the emotions, what emotions will bring, what thoughts, you know, what people, what places, you know, what ideas, what accomplishments, you know, what business, you know, what type of work, you know, what type of spaces would I be in? What type of people that I need to be around to consistently, you know, surround myself with joy. And so it's a reframe. It's a reframe of knowing you first, you know, and I think sometimes we don't know ourselves enough because we haven't been asking the question, like, what thoughts have been dominating my mind? You know, what emotions have been dominating my heart, and what sensations have been, you know, a part of my physical being that I want to change, that I want to improve, that I want to feel different in.
Right.
Why? Because you deserve it. You know, all of us at this point deserve to feel the feelings, think the thoughts, you know, have the emotions that are specific to us, you know. And so next year, be selfish.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
Let that matter. Next year, be selfish.
Matt,
yeah.
So you bring up great points and everything. What in your experience or your thoughts, why do you think people fade out so quickly when we do these resolutions? Because even with the path that you're talking about is great. But you know, as we start walking down this path, life happens. But what are other reasons why you think people fade out from their plan? And you know, joy is mine.
Right.
And then it isn't.
Right. I got you. So the reason why I went that route is because sometimes we just name the things, you know, like, and don't add enough evidence around it to make it meaningful for you, you know. Let's say, for example, you know, if somebody's thinking about tonight I'm about to have some lamb chops, some gravy, blah, 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 you know, already your body is changing to welcome that sensation into your reality, right? You start to now, I can't, you know, when people have good food, you announce what you're about to do to it, man. I'm about to tear this thing, right? So the mental is now added to the emotional, which now is magnified by the physical. So you have more stake into that future of receiving that thing. And so when I say joy is mine, you know, I add the idea of what the thought is, and then I add the emotion, and then I allow my body to then start to feel the sensation of, man, I can't wait.
The excitement of it.
Yeah, the excitement of it, to then add that value to why I deserve to be in that space. You know, people burn out for different reasons. You know, people burn out because sometimes the value of what that destination is didn't necessarily permeate because you just announced it. You know? You gotta do more. You gotta get into that sensation. And we know how to do that. I think sometimes we just don't know how to translate it into creating new realities. New reality starts within the mind, and then the emotions strengthen it. And if you can attach a physical sensation to it, which we can, you know, for example, for those football fans, February is going to be a big year. Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas. Oh man, you know, people are already like, oh, I can't wait. right. But honestly,
just like that.
I can't wait. but honestly, how much value will it bring to you mentally?
Right.
How much value will it bring to you emotionally? What is going to change? What's going to change for you physically getting to that February date when the Super Bowl is being played? Right.
6'2" is mine. He said, I'm trying. 6'2" is mine. I feel you, Jeff.
Hey, Carl. Hey, listen, Jeff, man, they got some platform shoes that can get you there, brother.
Get quickly.
You know,
stretch them knees.
You know what I'm saying? So 6'2", baby, let's do it. You know, so
all right.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, Thomas, I think sometimes we fade away because it's not that important. We say it's important. But it's not that important. For me, listen, I value how I feel. At this age, I value how I feel. I value what I think. I value what emotions I experience. And because I value it, then it's up to me to make those things come into my reality.
Nice.
That's good. Now, can you unpack this being selfish idea?
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, selfishness sometimes just sounds bad because of the connotation of what that means. You know, what that have made, basically what society has made selfishness feel like for us.
Right.
You know, so you're not gonna help me out. You're not gonna do that for me. For me. And the real answer is no, I'm not, right? Because I think when we consider ourselves first, right? It's the consideration of yourself first. You're giving yourself the gift to then be the best version of you. Right. And then everyone who benefits are the people that are in your sphere of influence. Right. You know? So if I'm at my best because I'm being selfish, because I don't want to take this call 5 o'clock in the morning or 10 p.m. at night, I get a better sleep. I get my mind gets rested. I get recharged better so that when I am available, when I do make myself available based on my own understanding of what my capacity is, I show up better because I was selfish in some instances, because I use selfish because it gets people attention more. The real word is self-care, you know? So because I care for myself enough to then create healthy boundaries, to then value myself beyond what some conversations, certain places, certain people will bring to me. And then therefore I'm at my best. And whoever is in my sphere of influence will get me at my best. I don't have to then project what negative emotions, thoughts, sensations I receive from somebody else into now a new set of conversations, a new set of, exchanges with people. So yeah, I'm extremely selfish at times, and for the sake of my wife, for the sake of my kids, for the sake of my client, for the sake of my community, I have to be. And when I wasn't, then I had that problem with what a lot of us have a problem with, and we talked about this before, AD, being a giver, being a natural giver. Sometimes we give beyond our capacity, right? We just like, yeah, I got you. And then
what I just signed up for? Right? Dang it!
What you need? You need me to drive how many hours? All right, I got you.
Yeah, I got
you. So we gotta be selfish in the sense of checking in with yourself enough to know where your capacity is, and then also knowing when your capacity is running thin, so that you can give from an overflow rather than a deficit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But so it's interesting.
Say no.
Is it? The interesting thing, Matt, you talked about taking those phone calls, right? Everybody expects, because you have a phone on your hip, that whenever it dings or whenever it rings, you got to be able to pick it up, right?
Guess who did that?
I'm calling you.
And guess who did that, Thomas? We did that.
Yeah.
We did that because we answered.
Right. Well, for me, I learned a long time ago not to answer that call. But then I started thinking, when I was growing up, I had to wait to get home to even check the answer machine if I had an answer machine. My phone, if you called, there's times when my phone was busy. You can't get to me.
I was on the other line. So, I was on the other line.
so now I kind of treat my phone the same way. It's like, my phone, it goes off. Sometimes if I'm in the middle of something, I'm in the middle of something. I'm not going to look at my phone, get distracted, because we know that it takes more effort to get restarted than it does if you have the momentum going. And so a lot of times we stop our momentum for a disruption. Yes. And then we try to get back and we don't have that same enthusiasm. So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I think we have to learn how to be selfish enough to say no, and then understand when your limits are. Like for me, those who are close enough to me know that after 9 o'clock, just hit me up the next morning. Unless it's an emergency, then I'll take the call. But for the most part, you're not gonna find me after 9. That's just not gonna happen. And then I think, Thomas, what you said was that once you start not picking up those phone calls, you're sending a message for those who care enough about you to respect that boundary. you know, and then those who have the issue, they will fade away. They'd be like, oh, you know what, Thomas used to answer my call all the time. Now he ain't even picking up.
Nah, he too good. He too good for me.
Right. Yeah.
He done got his degrees.
Right.
That's when the hater comes in. He got all these degrees and now he can't.
Oh, nah. You know, but that's a good thing. You know, I think once you start considering yourself first, what will automatically happen is that you start drawing people towards you who can respect that.
Right.
And those who can't respect that, that's a natural repellent. You know, that's those individuals like, I can't stand him because, okay, great. Now you've shown me that you don't deserve to have what I have to offer in your life. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You hit the nail on the head, though. There's a point where you have to have boundaries. Right. And if you don't have no boundaries, you get run crazy.
Right.
No doubt.
Who said it was hard to say no? I saw that.
That was Rod.
Earlier.
Rod said, so hard to say no. Kaneem, you struggle with no? You struggle with no, Kaneem?
Nope. Not at all.
I still do at times.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty much guard whatever I want. If I want to spend my time, I'm good. If I don't, I got something else to do. I just don't feel like this.
Don't even know my name.
Don't even know my
Got
name.
that Masters. He don't even know my name no more.
Listen, that Masters didn't do nothing for me. It does. Let me take that back. It does some things, but like a lot of the stuff I've been doing.
Right.
The degrees the icing on the cake.
Right.
So I guess icing does change the cake flavor, doesn't it?
Oh man. For me, I think I just, I've gotten to the point when I'm asked, I may not say no directly, and don't rush.
I've heard you say no directly.
When I'm asked, sometimes I take a moment. I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
AD, let me get $100.
Ooh.
No.
The way my checking and savings is set up.
Wait. The question comes, let me get $100. What you need it for?
Right.
No,
What you need it for? What you need it for?
All right, let me get back with you.
What you spending my money on?
What you spending my money on?
Right. Come on, brother. Brother,
I don't know the last time I made a resolution, but Matt, you hit some good points as far as checking in. For the longest, I have different check-in points, and they're set up in a way where it creates urgency, because urgency is important when it comes to fulfilling goals, when it comes to continue to move your life forward. If you're going to do things on your own, work from home or whatever, you got to create your own urgency sometimes. And so January 1st is a check-in. It's not necessarily a resolution, but it's a check-in time. March 13th is another check-in time. Then you have July 4th as a check-in time. That's my birthday. March 13th is a date that means something to me. And then September 12th is another check-in. The check-in between July and September is a shorter period of time because it creates that urgency to finish the year strong, and so for me, this is what works to keep myself motivated and continuing to move forward, accomplishing the things that I say I'm going to accomplish. Now, I procrastinate sometimes, especially in my older years. This worked a lot better 20 years ago, all the way up until about 3 years ago, where, COVID hit and I just started going, okay, I'm getting up there in age. I don't need to be this dedicated to this process as much, but it helps out when there are things that I need to do, and I can pull this right back out and go back into that grind mode, and I use that to break up my year so that it's not like a whole year's resolution. It's okay, from January to March, this is what I have to accomplish. These are my milestones. These are the things that I said I'm going to do. From March to July, this is what it looks like. July to September. In September, I got to finish strong. So, yeah.
Right. That's good.
That is really good. Yeah.
That's good.
I think Kaneem is saying something.
Those milestones. I'm working on that. Yeah.
You got my brother mute. He's trying to say something. AD.
Oh, I always got him mute because he got too much.
Noise.
He's loud. His car is loud. He got a lot of stuff. He's a traveler. He got a lot of stuff.
In that Cadillac Brougham today.
I'm riding the truck.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to have obtainable goals. So, I mean, short goals that you can accomplish, or you can focus on in short bursts instead of trying to lump it all in the whole year. That is a lot. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Let's clear something up. Let's clear something up for some people, man, because we're in December now. And AD, we did this last year around January, around December last year, and so
indeed.
I think sometimes we're harder on ourselves than anybody else.
Absolutely.
We're, Thomas just had a graduation ceremony. We have a failure ceremony. We go on the list and we like, man, I ain't do this.
I ain't get this done.
I ain't get that done. Man, I'm still trying to do this. Get over it. That's not.
I got plenty of those.
Listen, that's not failing. You don't run out of oxygen because you don't get these things done,
Right.
There's plenty of brain capacity, physical capacity, emotional capacity left. Don't just think you're gonna get it done in the year,
Right.
Most things that will add value take some time. And then listen, we're never gonna be done with anything. You're never gonna be done growing mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, relationally. There's always growth to be had. So if you don't get it done in a year, big deal.
Right.
Big deal.
Right. Still got some pictures hanging.
We overthink.
Still got time, Rod. Still got time.
We overthink our time, or what am I trying to say? We think we have more time than we actually do. And so we put a whole bunch of stuff in this time, and we put the pressure on ourselves to get this done without thinking that we have to rest or anything else. We just go for it.
I got time.
And,
I get to it.
We have to recognize that we're limited on certain things, resources, time. There's multiple things we want to do. We forget vacation. We forget self-care. We forget all that stuff. And
time doesn't run out in December though.
Right. That's true. That's the point. Yeah, I hear you.
I'm a year older.
That's a good point.
A year older.
Sometimes here's an example, right?
What
was that?
Get in the lane.
Stay on the road,
Get in your
Stay on
lane.
the road.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
I'm gonna mute you for a minute.
That was hitting the side of the road. That's what that was. Stay in your lane. Pay attention.
Stay in your lane, girl. No, I got my daughter. My daughter driving. She's chauffeuring me today.
Oh man! Like for example, I was gonna say for those who have infants, and they don't walk before they turn 1. It's like, oh man, you're not walking. You turn 1, you can't even walk. You can't walk. Come on, son.
The whole community's walking. What's going on?
We set these impossible. It's not impossible, but sometimes you gotta understand, man. Different folks, different strokes. So at your own pace. That's why you gotta check in to see what your pace is.
Right.
Thomas, you said a brilliant statement earlier. You said, back when you were younger, certain goals were easily attained because you have more energy, more focus, more clarity. Man, I don't have my 17-year-old knees anymore, so I can't set myself up to be like, Matt, you're gonna jump 5 hurdles.
Right.
Nah, man. So understand your own pace, and you understand by checking in. What is my heart capable of? What are my lungs capable of? My physical body, mentally, what am I capable of?
Right.
And then be okay with changing those goals, because if you keep assessing throughout the year, then you can move those goals around to make sense for what your capacity is. Right. And then when you don't accomplish them, don't just look at what you didn't accomplish. Look at what you did accomplish.
Right.
What about the things you did do?
Mm-hmm. Right.
What about the things that you did get done? Focus on those things that then add momentum and desire for those things that you'd like to get accomplished. Time doesn't run out. Nobody's grading you. You're gonna get a C- this year because
all right, let's go through. What'd you get done this year? What'd you get done? January, February, March.
Right. Where's your report? Let me get that report.
You get to reprioritize sometimes throughout the year. There's things that, like, in the beginning of the year, this is a priority, but then throughout the year, other things become a priority. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I guess in short, what I was trying to say is you got to take failure out of your vocabulary. You got to take it out, you know.
I like
either we're learning or we're not. You know?
That's true. You know, I
think
that's the toughest part. Taking that failure out.
It's been programming you from elementary school. Right. What'd you get on that test?
You failed. Right? I got a D.
Right. You know, so we getting D's in life now. You know, right. Like, no, man. Either you're learning, you know, and growing, or you're not. So, you know, what growth happened for you? Where did you learn? And then in those areas where you may not have achieved whatever those goals were, what did you learn about yourself? How can you reframe and rebuild that idea to create a different outcome for yourself? Never a failure if you're learning.
You know, it's so crazy that talking about that failure piece, you know, people don't want to try because, like, I'm a fail. I might fail. I'm not trying that because I could fail. It could all fall apart, you know. And I think we're missing out on some great lessons. Like you said, you're learning by not trying certain things or not attempting certain things in life. And it's crazy. It's crazy how you program with that failure mindset. Like, if either you set up yourself, are we good? You set up yourself to succeed, or
something got ran over, man. Let's be honest with that.
Running stuff over there.
You know, that's Georgia. It's all in potholes,
right? Good job. You got to swerve them.
Swerve. You got to swerve and miss the hole.
Swerve. Why? If you're on 285, you got to watch out for the tires, the ladders.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just got.
But you know, one other thing I want to say real quick, Matt, you and I need to get on more often because, you know, usually you're on by yourself or I'm on a different show. Yeah. We got to get on more often because the hair, we got to defend the hair on the facial hair. Because usually we're outnumbered by beard. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man.
Oh, okay.
I got you, man.
I get y'all that. The baby face bandits.
We got to get the faces, the dimples out, and everything else. You know, they got
the baby face bandits.
We got to get diversity up in here.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
They be partial towards us, man.
Yeah. I be getting ganged up on, talking about you gonna get your beard.
Don't make me call Earl T. Murray.
Right, I know it's right. Earl is like Earl makes up all of us.
Banks, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Larry in the building.
Right. So yeah, man.
Oh.
Everybody got.
All right. So next year this time we're gonna talk about something different.
No, you ain't. You're gonna rinse
back.
I'm a
leader. Actually, it will be a different conversation because now we get to focus on. You know what, guys? Tell us some of the things you accomplished this year that you're proud of. It's a different conversation. Now it's a celebration rather than a demerit. You know, like
what I ain't done. This is what I ain't done.
Tell us what you're most proud of that you accomplished this year. You know, and what are you looking forward to accomplishing next year? Different conversation.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's cool that you say that too, because that's typically we're able to focus on the negative more than we can focus on the positive anyway.
Right.
We say things negative because we're taught that also. In my classes, I always ask people, I say 50% of all marriages do what? Fail. And everybody's divorced, failed, this, that, right?
Fail.
No, 50% of all marriages make it. If it's 50%, why don't we look at the part that matters? You know?
Right.
But we're so taught to go to the negative so quickly. Look at statistics. It can be 1 in 4 has a problem with such and such, but 3 or 4 don't. But we're going to focus on the 1 in 4. Right. And we always focus on, you know, the inadequacies of our life instead of the things that we're able to accomplish and to do. And we got to be able to move into that positive realm of thinking, what did I accomplish? What did I do? How can I build more momentum from what I've done? Where are my growth areas? Not my failures, my growth areas that I need to have. Where do I need to be more intentional? Where do I need to get accountability? What do I need to do to make sure that I could be the best me throughout the year? Where can I get more self-care? Where can I get more time with my family? And begin to look at those things, not in a sense of I didn't do, but what can I do better? I like that.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Where's the say Thomas you're 6'2"? Wait. Oh man.
It's easy for me to say, huh?
Easy. It's easy.
Listen, you only get to work with what you have.
Right. Said I'm right. 10 times. Go for me. Oh man. All right. So real quick as we wrapping up, you guys make sure you're following Matt Genius. As we started off the conversation, we were talking about music. This brother has several songs on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, the YouTube, and Google Play. So make sure you check him out. Matt, M-A-T, Genius, Yes. So,
by the way, I got your book. It's just somewhere packed because I had to move right after I got it.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
And make sure you get Matt's book as well. I thought I had his link tree up here at one point. So make sure you guys stay connected. And if you need therapy, that's the brother as well. He does it all. He's a musician as well as a therapist, all wrapped in one.
And an author.
My bad. That too. An author.
Yeah.
He's done a lot.
Honestly, man, let's talk about some of the things that were accomplished. AD, I want to say to you, man, you've been keeping this thing going for years, Yes. So hats off to you, brother, because all of us are here because of your commitment to creating a space where we can come together and talk about some of these conversations and allow spaces for a person like myself to be heard. And then I also want to say thank you to your community, man, to your followers. All of my reviews, I can say this with full faith, all of my reviews on Amazon have come from your audience. So thank you.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's crazy because all I can think about
flowers, AD.
Appreciate it.
But can Matt cook? Come on now. I'm about to. He didn't hear make a meal. He didn't
make a meal. He didn't hear make a meal.
Called Make a Meal.
He got a whole song. He wrote a song about it.
Hey, come on now, man.
Like, well, here you go.
But can he cook? Can he whip it up? Of course.
Come on, Chris.
What I can't do is dance, though. That's what.
Hey.
I give you a two-step. I give you
another mother right there.
I give you a two-step, but I can't give you that Usher. I can't give you that Chris Brown. I can't do it.
Nope.
Nice.
Me and Matt, we got the same thing going on. Same facial hair, same rhythm. He can rap though. I can't.
Right.
Hey, listen, don't let me get you in the studio. Anybody can rap. If I get you in the studio, you will rap. Trust me.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if I have to go, even if I have to
ghostwrite
it for you, I got you.
Oh, I can write it. You just got to rap it.
I got you, man. Either one.
Okay.
If you can write it, you can rap it, man. Because you can hear it in your head.
You can rap it.
You can rap it. Sound like a seminar, right? If you can write it,
you do.
I can put some words together. I know that. I was reading to AD I'm writing a book right now, and I wrote something yesterday. I read it to AD, and I was like, man, that's some good words put together right there. And it's one of those moments where it's like when you write something, you like that taught me something right there.
Right. Oh yeah, that was good.
And that's what most of my songs and books are about. They're object lessons for me. So when I go back and listen to them, they realign me. They get me off that rumble strips that my brother was on earlier. They get me back aligned with. They get me back aligned with me.
Yes,
so those are messages to help me remember the self that I would like to continuously be and grow into. And then it's also like currency and deposits for my kids' future. When they listen to it, they get an alignment of the reality that I desire for them.
Right.
So it's all about alignment. And then eventually what people will understand about my music is every time I say you, I'm really referring to me. But the me I'm talking about is the me that's collective, the you that's collective, the community. So I'm speaking to me because I value me, but I'm also speaking to you, AD. I'm also speaking to you, Thomas,
right?
Because I value where we are mentally, emotionally, psychologically. So a lot of the messages are positively and strategically inputted because I want people to elevate their mental, emotional, physical, spiritual states.
All right, so you ain't one of them rappers talking in the third person then.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So get aligned. Don't be so hard on yourself. Get your goals in small chunks. And don't worry, you can run a goal from December to February if you need to. You got this.
Man. You got that overtime coming, man. You know, the clock,
overtime.
The clock don't run out. And listen, man, the programmer is real because listen, they drop the clock on you. They drop the ball on you.
Yes. You out of time. You failed.
10, 9, 8, hold on, 7. You a loser. You know, like you ain't do it. You're like, nah, man.
Almost finished the book. Almost.
Right.
I'm getting it done.
Right. There we go.
Thomas, same thing, man. Like I got a bunch of books ready, ready that I haven't actually published yet. So same thing, man. I gotta be.
Yes, Chris. Indeed.
Chris got to stop it, man. Chris got a book full of goals.
Right.
That he already accomplished. So stop it.
Right. Oh man. All right. So you guys make sure you follow Matt. Make sure you stay connected to him. Check out all his music. If you haven't gotten his book, make sure you check that out as well. He has 3 books, right? 3? Oh, 4. My bad. 4 books.
4 books, 6 kids, 2
and another hit.
And another hit. And another one.
Yeah, actually, I had a song that was released on a friend of mine's project. So there is a new song that's out called Betadan, which is kind of like a Bahamian or island dialect to say better than.
Okay.
And Betadan is basically a love song for my family. It's just saying nice. None can do it better than. None can do it better than. So yeah, check it out. Matt Genius. Betadan. Yeah.
Just put it in the music.
Matt Genius, Betadan. It will definitely come up. BETTA.
Betadan.
Betadan. DAN. Betadan.
All right. So again, we appreciate you guys for being with us. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. My Instagram people, if you watch this all the way on replay, share it. But you may not be there. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. I don't know. It's the first time. We're gonna see what happens because last time we didn't let me save it. We look forward to seeing you. Look at it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Irie man. Irie.
You got it. You got it.
Jeff, I don't know if I want to hear you say it though.
I actually heard him say it as he spelled it. Like I heard it.
All right. Oh, 988. If you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis, especially during this holiday season, it could be a rough time for some, a very depressing time. So make sure you check in on your people. Make sure they're good. And if they're having a mental health crisis, make sure you dial 988. Make sure you make some good choices. Enjoy your week. We're going to be on tomorrow, but my children's last day of school is today. So it's going to get interesting in your houses. They're going to be eating a lot of snacks, all gone. He said, oh my gosh.
So school has been out all week and snacks are down. I'm like, I got to go to Costco.
Snacks is down.
I'm gonna have to go to Costco.
You need to get out this house or something. Go somewhere. You remember we used to visit other people's houses? Go get some snacks from somebody else's house.
I looked at the cereal last night. I was like, whoa, what happened?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. So, if all hearts and minds are clear, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace out.